Siren. A game I don't believe many people know about or care about. It was a game directed by Keiichiro Toyama, which was the creator of the Silent Hill franchise. Written by Keiichiro Toyama and A1 Naoko Sato, who was the monster designer for the original Silent Hill. The main art director was Isao Takahashi, which was a background designer and artist for Silent Hill. Something I also don't think I've even heard anybody talk about is this game had a whole manga based on it. Not really important, just thought this was a cool tidbit. Read it if you're interested, I guess. I wouldn't say Siren's soundtrack is as good as Silent Hill's, but I do think that it builds atmosphere better than most other horror games. From what I've seen, Silent Hill, the original, opts for more silence, the occasional rumble track or wind blowing in your ears. The composer, Hitomi Shimizu, who was known for movies like Waterboys before dipping into game composing. She also collaborated with Gary Ashia, who composed movies like The Licorice Stranger. Yeah. If you'd like a story breakdown or just video game breakdown, I've linked a fantastic video by Boulder Bunch in the description for your viewing pleasure. Siren's soundtrack as you're walking through levels is, well, unnerving, which is a word you'll hear me use very frequently throughout the video. Something it does extremely well is utilizing inflections. This is seen on a ton of its tracks, which I'll dedicate the next portion of this video to. Hoshingoeka, or the Song of Offering to God according to the Siren Wiki. I suppose we could also use the translation from Anime Lyrics, which states this means holy song dedicated to God. It features men setting the stage with a menacing harmonization. 2 minutes into the song, a woman begins to sing with a tritone note, which is known as the Devil's Interval. The translation listed on the Siren Wiki is basically what you expect. A woman singing to God. Managawa Gogan Koji Genba. I actually couldn't find a proper translation for this one, so I popped it into Google Translate and got Mana River Revetment Construction Site. If this or any other translations that I had to grab off Google Translate are wrong, please correct me in the comments. Or even send me a strongly worded email. Both would be okay. This song starts with a rising of string instruments that quickly mellows and turns into a repetition of piano playing. A voice fades in and is distorted in a way where the voice hits different notes. This is obviously done in some software, but it does make one feel very uneasy. Honestly, something you'd hear in an Animal Crossing horror village, like that one with the doll and the axe. Karawari 1 and Karawari 2 are both tracks that instill extreme uneasiness. Karawari is a location in the game, but Google Translate tells me Karawari means cutting. Karawari 1 featuring a more distorted, fading in and out uprising vocal, as well as subtle but terrifying breathing in between the pauses. It also features a violin noise that is from Kitchen Nightmares, which I think is comical. As it progresses, it switches completely and features a woman singing in a tone that seems like she's in some sort of pain, be it crying out or suppressing pain. This singing is accompanied by buzzing. This again transitions to what I believe is singing at different pitches, waving in and out. Karawari 2 is basically just that same woman singing sorrowfully, but with more clarity. Both of these tracks trigger some ape connection in my mind that tells me, I gotta get out of here. If you know anything about Siren and its gameplay, then you'd know it's extremely slow. Your crouch goes at a snail's pace, and most of the game is you crouching. I'm gonna lightning round 2 tracks here. One called Okasan, which means mother in Japanese. It's one of the most get scared tracks I've ever heard. It's very in your face. Starting with a woman talking, fading in and out, getting louder and louder until the woman is giggling. This then transitions to a piano and a loud string instrument being thrown in your face. Another track I'd like to talk about is one called Chibito Nosu, which is translated to Dead Man. It's downright unnerving, featuring throat singing and near the end a person moaning, snoring, along with a very insect-like low-pitched squeaking noise that goes into a man exhaling for a prolonged period of time. I don't really know how to explain this, but it's a pretty spooky one. One track I really think is the black sheep of the entire bundle deal that you get with Siren is called The Buster, which is a rock song featuring a badass guitar and some pretty violent drumming. I tried to find who performed this and I came up with nothing, which is pretty disappointing. But it seems like most of the female singing was from Naoko Sato herself, but that's also from animelyrics.com, so I don't really think I believe it. Overall, I believe the entire soundtrack serves its purpose and then some. Siren as a game literally instilled a fear of sirens into me that I've sort of overcome, but now every time I hear a woman sing in this style with throat singing, I'm completely thrown off. So what Naoko Sato went for, I believe worked. Though I believe there are some basic tracks I don't believe they take away from the whole in any meaningful way. Siren is a terrifying video game with an S-tier soundtrack that not only builds atmosphere, it pushes you to the finish line because of how off it makes you feel. Thank you for watching.